You ever wanted to see rainbows fly up a goat's butt? You ever want to watch two people with the same name fall in love? Do you ever wanted to know what it was like to be a Greek god? It's actually kind of gross. Well, look no farther. Thor, Love, and Thunder is for you. This movie is great. It's not just all eye glitter and the color scheme of a Skittles commercial. The Thors are over-the-top characters with real emotions. The supporting cast is loving and supportive. And the villain teaches the great moral lesson that you don't kill your gods. And if you do, you become nihilistic and corrupted by the forces of sin. But to be fair, some of these gods might actually deserve to die. Spoiler warning, I might reveal the transcendent nature of the universe. This is OMT Movie Reviews. This movie is a tale of two Thors, one played by Natalie Portman and the other by Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth's Thor is what a god would be if that god was the embodiment of all 80s hair metal. He begins the movie hanging around a ragtag gang of misfits with their own movie franchise. This is not good enough for Thor because he misses his big hard hammer and has to settle for a jealous soft stick with a rock tied to it. His hammer, which is broken in a previous movie, gets pulled back together and is wielded by an ex-girlfriend dying of cancer. And she becomes Thor as well. I know it's a ridiculous premise, but these two make it work somehow so they can defeat the villain. Oh, I'm sorry, spoiler, the bad guy loses in the end. So who is this villain? Well, it's Christian Bale, starving himself and getting AIDS to play Leather Daddy Gore, the God Butcher, who carries a long black sword does what his name implies. Most terrifying of all, he likes to kidnap children of space Vikings and bring them to his BDSM dungeon planet and tell them stories more terrifying than Drag Queen Story Owl, where he hopes to lure Thor into bondage. As despicable as this character sounds, he is nothing to compare to the god of lightning and bestiality himself, Zeus, played by Russell Crowe. All this weird debauchery makes King Valkyrie, lesbian warrior, seem straight and heteronormative. Can I become a trans lesbian? The director and production of this movie did a really incredible job creating unity throughout the different scenes. Each scene has its own unique color scheme. Sometimes it's colorful with all the colors of the rainbow, and in one other scene, it's black and white and void of color completely. But the one aspect of design I want to highlight is the costume design by May C. Rubio. The Mare Thor has multiple costume changes and each one felt special and encapsulates the scene. And this is not always done in superhero movies. Normally they wear the same old boring costume the whole movie. For this, May C. Rubio is the MVP of Thor, Love and Thunder. So what is the big picture? Is it important to believe in a god? When Gore the God Killer commits deicide, he does not just kill a god, he kills the idea of transcendence itself. And this destroys his soul from within. There is a character introduced in this movie called the Eternity. In the comics, the Eternity is the being in the center of the universe. Yet, there is a thing beyond him. So, if eternity is beyond us, and there is something beyond eternity, then what does that make us? I guess it's okay not to think about it, and just love your earth goal because we are not here for an eternity.